Hello everyone, this is meteorologist Dave Snyder at the National Weather Service Anchorage TV desk with an update on the unusually warm weather in Alaska this month. From south central to the interior to southeast and the North Slope, it's been a warm week, and for many along the Gulf Coast, a very wet week. Using Anchorage as an example, we can look at the average temperature over the course of the fall and winter and see that high temperatures stop reaching 40 degrees after November 17 and won't reach 40 degrees again until April 4th. Low temperatures remain below 32 degrees on average after November 12th and last until April 22nd. The short story, it's normally a lot colder than it's been this week. This month, Anchorage saw daytime temperatures pass the freezing mark 10 times, crested the 40-degree mark during the day 5 times, and stayed above freezing at night 3 times, all of which are very unusual for January. If it weren't for the low sun angle, you'd think it was late April. Average temperatures in late January are near 23 for the high and 11 for the low. In fact, average high temperatures won't reach the freezing point again until March 7th. The weather logbook also tells us that this is Anchorage's warmest period from January 1 to 23 since 1985. Homer, on the southern Kenai Peninsula, set an all-time record high for January at 53 degrees on January 23rd. The previous record was 51, last set on January 31st, 1994. The weather sensor at Delta Junction, closer to Fairbanks, set the record high yesterday at 50 degrees. Since 2008, January temperatures there above 50 degrees have only occurred 6 times. Records go back to 1941. Many in southeast Alaska set record highs. From Haines to Juneau all the way to Ketchikan, highs crested in the upper 40s and lower 50s this week, with some of the previous records going back to the 1980s. But it's not just the heat. Juneau has the wettest period from January 1 to 23 since 1988, Valdez since 2001. On Thursday, Yakutat on the North Gulf Coast set a daily precipitation record of 3.95 inches, beating the old record of 2.05 inches in 1978. The persistent ridge of high pressure stretching up the western United States through British Columbia and Alaska will continue to keep temperatures at or above what we'd consider normal for late January before weakening into February. The fast-moving winds of the jet stream steer the weather that we experience at the surface, and you can see the south-to-north orientation. That flow at the upper levels of the atmosphere latches onto subtropical moisture and heat across the Pacific and produces the weather we've experienced this week, including airport closures in Fairbanks due to rain and freezing rain on snow and ice, to Denali National Park restricting snow machining in some areas due to the lack of snow cover, just to name a few examples. So what happens next? As the North America ridge breaks down, sometimes we see the North Pacific jet stream shift to the west, which could lead to more of a northerly flow across Alaska. That means it's going to get colder, more like late January or early February type weather. But convection, which is upward moving air, has been going full tilt across the tropical Pacific Ocean, so much so that the area involved would cover twice the size of the lower 48 United States. That's the source of the moisture making it to Alaska, and if that continues, the ridge of high pressure over Alaska could remain intact. The latest models suggest this is the most likely scenario, but our confidence level in this forecast is fairly low. How has this round of unusual weather impacted your part of Alaska? Leave us a comment or include some pictures. Stay up to date with your Alaska weather forecast by heading to www.arh.noaa.gov or weather.gov, or by listening to your NOAA Weather Radio. Thanks for watching and sharing this with your friends on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. With the Anchorage National Weather Service, I'm meteorologist Dave Snyder.